emergency services. Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
My husband had a fall.
Okay, how old is he?
85.
And what part of the body was injured?
Look, I think it's his ribs.
Okay, is he having any difficulty breathing?
Yes, but he's got emphysema and lung cancer.
Okay, an ambulance is on its way.
A Code 1 dispatch for an elderly man with potentially cracked ribs from a fall immediately has mobile intensive care paramedic Matt concerned.
When a patient has a lot of pre-existing medical conditions, people perhaps don't tolerate other injuries as a healthy person would because of all those conditions.
Another ambulance crew has arrived minutes before Matt.
Hello there, my name's Matt. Is it your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's he going?
Looks pretty grim, to be honest.
Okay. Does Dad live here alone or?
No, he lives with my mum.
Okay.
So he's had a fall. He's prone to a lot of falls.
Sure.
Quite frail.
Yep. Thanks.
I'll introduce you to everyone.
Hi, how you going? I'm Matt.
So Matt, this is Cal.
So when I look at Calvin, I can see that he is acutely unwell. He's making noises with his breathing, which indicate it's hurting him every time he actually takes a breath. And his skin is moving as he's actually breathing, which is an indication that he's got air trapped underneath his skin.
It says that Carl's had an unwitnessed fall at approximately 5 a.m, but was found a bit later by his wife. Has gone back to bed and been well, but then she said about 9 o'clock woke up complaining of that severe left-sided rib/abdo pain. Quite short of breath. And just this really soft.
It looks like he's got surgical emphysema in his arm almost, I think.
That's what we said, it's sort of everywhere.
Surgical emphysema is where air escapes from the lung and then goes underneath the skin and starts tracking through various areas of the body. You're feeling inflated in your chest and in your arms and your neck and your face, and things are closing over, then obviously it would be very distressing for you. Cal, hello mate, can you open your eyes for me? How are you feeling? Lousy. We're going to organise some pain relief for you right now, Cal.
Back in town, Matt is assessing 85-year-old Cal, who appears to have broken his ribs.
It's there, is it? That's where the pain is? And there as well. Do you have pain in the back too? No? No worries. It's quite clear that he's in a lot of pain and discomfort. He's working hard with his breathing, and I can see that he's grunting with each respiration. We're just going to give you some pain relief up the nose, Cal.
All right, you just keep breathing normally. You don't have to sniff. Just breathe, that's it. We'll give you 4, help with the pain. That's it.
Sorry, it feels a bit funny.
Couple more, just keep breathing normally. Just until we get that needle in.
Watching on is wife of 61 years, Barbara, and their daughter, Liz.
Seeing him like that, he's breathing very bad and his face swelled up and in so much pain is very, very tough.
Cal's face wasn't swollen before?
It's very swollen. Yeah.
Just from this morning?
It's markedly different.
So just looking at him now, like he's broken a rib and some of the air in his lung is escaping underneath his skin, which is making it all bubbly and crackly. What did you actually land on, Cal? No worries. Sorry, Cal. You got little veins, Cal, and they're not doing much for me at the moment. He has a lot of air trapped underneath his skin, and his age and his pre-existing medical conditions means that his veins are actually quite brittle and hard to enter into. Sorry, Cal. We'll get one, mate. Don't worry. Okay, no worries. We've got a bit of Tegaderm. It is a relief to get your IV access. There's a lot more things I can do now that I've got a needle in his vein. Thank you. I can give him medicines for pain relief, and if I need to, if he deteriorates further, I can give him medicines which will allow me to take control of his ventilation as well. So it just makes the job go a lot more controlled and a lot calmer. So if we give 25 of IV fentanyl to be good, and then I'll just grab that lignocaine if I could.
His health has gone downhill since Christmas. Christmas Day we had a family party and he was good, but since then he has gone down quite rapidly, yes. We have 5 children, 13 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren.
Although his vital signs, his heart rate and blood pressure and oxygen levels don't appear too bad, he's still working hard with his breathing. Can I just get a 23 gauge needle and just a swab as well if I could, please? One of the things that I can do is put a needle into his chest. So it's like creating a hole which is going to allow the air to come out of his chest and into the open air environment. Cal, I need to put a little needle into your chest, okay? So if anyone's around, they need to stand back because this will cause a little bit of pressure and air to come out as I actually do this. If the pressure is not being relieved from his chest, there is the potential that it will squeeze his lung and collapse his lung further and potentially squeeze his heart. So its ability to pump blood to the rest of the body is going to automatically reduce. Therefore, the long-term progression of that type of injury, and if not intervened with, is death. Cal, bit of discomfort in your chest, okay, mate?
Back in Melbourne,
Cal, bit of discomfort.
before Matt can make an incision into Cal's chest,
It's going to make all your skin go a little bit numb.
he gives him a local anaesthesia.
It may release a bit of air as I actually go into his skin. As I push the needle into it, there's a big area of air and I'm getting lots of bubbles out, which is a clear indication that his lung has collapsed. Okay, sharp coming out. So that local analgesia makes all his skin become numb, so he's not going to feel any cuts or any needles into his chest. Then we need to make a small incision at that point that will allow the big needle that we use to get inside his chest cavity. There is a potential that you can hit major organs or major vessels inside the chest. Cal, bit of a sharp sting in your chest. I've given you some medicine so it shouldn't hurt much. There we go. Then we remove the sharp part of the needle and take that away, and the plastic hub stays inside the chest cavity. Sharp coming out. So there's a little one-way valve in a plastic clear cylinder at the end of the tube. So when we look for a sign that the needle has done the right thing, we'll see a fluttering within that valve inside the clear plastic tube. So you can see that fluttering slightly there. Maybe when he takes a breath, you can. We're letting the air out, allowing his lung to re-expand. But by doing that, we're not going to get rid of the surgical emphysema. He doesn't automatically deflate like a balloon type thing. The rest of his body, it's going to take a while to dissipate. Much better. So looking at our numbers, they're still good. Cal, how are you feeling?
I was surprised at the work that they had to do whilst he was still sitting in the chair. They obviously had to stabilise him a little bit, and that was a bit distressing to see all of that. Mum and Dad have never been apart. They're each other's soulmates.
I'm going to disconnect you from the monitor for the moment, Cal, and we're going to wheel you and pop you in the back of the ambulance, okay? Where the patient is acutely unwell, my attention gets focused on the patient, but I know that my team will be looking after the family members and friends and ensuring that they are taken care of as well. Turn towards me. I've got you.
This way, just a step. That's it. A little dance. You good?
Although Kelvin is actually feeling better at this point, it's clear that he's still got a significant injury. Obviously broken ribs, but I don't know what else is going on, so it's important that we move him rather quickly to hospital. Kelvin, we're taking you to the Alfred Hospital, okay?
While Cal has been stabilised,
All right, let's get moving.
Matt needs to stay vigilant for the 40-minute drive to the major trauma centre at the Alfred.
Are you right, Cal? If I'm concerned that his oxygen levels start to go low again, I can do another needle decompression in the same spot. Or if he continues to deteriorate and drop his blood pressure, then I could end up taking over his breathing by putting the tube into his throat and controlling his breathing that way. How you going, Calvin? All right? Good man.
Despite saying otherwise, Matt knows his 85-year-old patient, Cal, is in a lot of pain, with fractured ribs and a punctured lung.
Calvin, I'm just going to give you a sting on the end of your finger and I'm just going to check your blood sugar level. You've pretty much had everything done to you today, haven't you?
Dad's a lot of fun, very cheeky. I do remember him just trying to make us laugh all the time.
So SAT's good, end-tidal's good, blood pressure's good, heart rate's good. What a day out for you, Calvin. I think Cal is a tough man. I imagine that the level of discomfort he has experienced over the last 3 or 4 hours that he's had this injury is intense, and he's sitting there tolerating all of this very, very well. You all right there, Calvin? You okay? Unfortunately, our roads are not beautifully smooth all the way to hospital, and you can have lots of pain relief on board, but if you've got broken ribs, every time you hit one of those bumps, you're going to feel it. So he's a very strong man and he's putting up with an awful lot. What have you missed out on for the weekend? No birthday parties to go to? Yours is coming up soon, isn't it? So a couple more weeks, it's your birthday. No. Just a bit of cake for the birthday would be all right, wouldn't it? Nice bit of cake. Calvin, we're on Punt Road at the moment and we're about to turn into the Alfred Hospital, okay? Not too much longer. You've done really well. I can see that Calvin is a lovely man, surrounded by a lovely family, and my hope is that the hospital will look after him, give him lots of pain relief, keep him comfortable so that he gets home to his family. Thank you. Sorry, Cal.
When the paramedics arrived, 85-year-old Cal was in a lot of pain and struggling to breathe after a nasty fall in the bathroom.
What a day out for you, Calvin.
At hospital, it was confirmed Cal had fractured 5 ribs, puncturing his lung. He was given further pain relief and sedated.